Doll? These UFOs are wild, and these aliens are everywhere. Jumping right into Richmond, Oregon, June 11th, 2026, where witnesses saw these strange glowing red lights in the sky. In this clip, we do see 3 of them, not necessarily in delta formation. They seem to be moving around each other. What I find, oh, look at this one coming up in the back. How fun. What I find most interesting about this clip is that it actually reminds me of the confirmed UFO clip from the government that showcased the 2 orange orbs flying side by side. Again, mainly because this is confirmed by the government, I feel like it adds credence to the one we just saw right now in Oregon. And I love that we're getting these new UFO sightings that can now be corroborated by UFO sightings that were confirmed by the government because they're so similar. Over in Curitiba, Brazil, also June 16, 2026, witnesses saw this strange anomaly in the sky from multiple parts of the city. And honestly, citizens are legitimately freaked out. This does look like one of the UFOs we've seen in South America that drops off the little orange orbs. But then the sparkling lights add so much to the mystery because it's like, what's going on here? This is definitely not a Starlink train. They don't go vertical like this and they don't blink or even flash red. So I can see why a lot of citizens were freaking out. I will say right now is a time of celebration in Brazil, so I'm definitely going to be asking some of my local friends in the area to see if they have any information on this. But every person that I've seen posting about it from Brazil does seem to claim that it is anomalous, and I feel like the people that live in the country would know what's going on in their skies, especially if they're in a celebratory event or celebratory moment. They'd be like, oh no, that's just this or that. They wouldn't be freaking out and recording it like it's an alien. So I have a lot of questions about that sighting, and regardless of what it is doing? Things get stranger still as viewers review NASA's high-definition Earth viewing experience that ran from 2014 to 2019, and they're finding some strange anomalies. Like this weird craft that was captured on camera flying across the sky in space. It looks like 2 cubes seemingly merged together. Many are calling this the dumbbell UFO, and I can see why. It does look like 2 ends of a dumbbell stuck together and floating around. This is such a weird sighting. Of course, as this enters the screen and we see its strange anomaly and it descends downward, eventually NASA cuts the feed, says they're experiencing some technical issues like they always do. And the official NASA explanation for this strange dumbbell UFO that we can clearly see hovering over the Earth is that they were just CubeSats. Now I want to point out to you that cube satellites do exist. CubeSats exist, but they're like 10 by 10 by 10 centimeters. Do you know how small a CubeSat is? It would not appear on the camera like that, like a giant craft, and then obviously descend as we can see it because it was bigger before. Now it's heading downward towards Earth. Descend into the Earth. A CubeSat is not going to do that. There they go. They cut the feed. And I just hate that that's the official explanation because we're not dumb. You're telling me that something that's 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters came out that huge on a camera by comparison to the whole Earth? We haven't even gotten to the aliens yet. The mysterious entities that actually travel around in these flying saucers and spaceships. As you guys can see, we've captured many pictures and videos of them allegedly throughout the years. We've had Congress talk about them in meetings about the crashed sightings and the non-human intelligence bodies retrieved. We have personal recording footage, body cam footage, footage in people's houses, footage of these things coming out of saucers, and it's, to this day, it's hard to know what's real and what's not because that's the biggest piece of the mystery that the government has yet to reveal or confirm. Now an old alien clip that I haven't seen in years is going viral again, and it's never added to these compilations, so it makes me feel like this is a legit one they're trying to hide. This is allegedly Russia's 2002 restricted alien facility leak, and it showcases one of these creatures. Look at this thing. It's still alive, because I'm thinking of one of the crash site non-human intelligence like David Grush says, I'm like, oh, they must be dead. This thing is blinking. It is alive. What on earth? Look at it freaking out. And I've personally seen that clip a while ago. A lot of these clips with the aliens actually predate AI and good CGI, while some people could still fake things, like Juanito Juan painting his whole house green screen green. Remember that? That's crazy. A lot of these things can't be fake. Like when I see these aliens and they have sickly thin bodies or they're super small and it's like not even a little person is that small to fit, let's say it was a costume, to fit into the what are these things? And I do believe that some of the UFO or alien files and videos that get hidden away, like this one, are the legit ones, and they flood the internet with the fake ones. And I believe these more because if you guys remember, right before he died, Boyd Bushman from Lockheed Martin actually released or showed some of these images of actual alien bodies they captured. Now this gets scrubbed from the internet often, so I ended up grabbing it from someone else's profile, but here's the full clip. And I want you to take a look at this clip and everything we just saw about aliens and let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
4.5 to 5 feet tall. They had one or two of them around it that were 230 years old, and we have a total of at least 18 that exist and operate with our facility as Teller set it up. Now notice the eyes are different, nose are different, but they do have 5 fingers, 5 toes, 2 eyes, and rather strangely enough, I asked him how they communicate. He says, well, it's like this, boy. You all of a sudden have a question in your mind. You walk into a room with one of them, and all of a sudden you find yourself giving the answer to your question in your own voice. They're able to use your own voice by telepathy. Now notice that they have 3 backbones. They're actually cartilage. Nevertheless, it's a much more efficient system as ours. They also have 3 ribs. Here's a 45-degree look. The back of the head. Notice the veins. And no hair. We divided them. They divide them into 2 groups. The 2 groups do act differently. To the ones that are wranglers are much more friendly and have a better relationship with us. Where they have 5 toes, the toes are joined together that basically say when a person dies, they stay around their body for 3 days and then go off, and they basically have the same thing that happens to them. Now, with respect to the alien craft, we have American citizens which are suited up like this, and they are working on UFOs 24 hours a day, and we're trying to learn what to do. These are 2 guys, 2 American citizens, and they're trying to protect themselves against germs and things like that.
I find it absolutely fascinating, and it makes me really hope that the next batch of UFO file releases goes more into the aliens and the crash retrievals and the non-human biologics, because we need to know. Over in La Jolla, Argentina, June 15th, 2026, witnesses capture what they call a mothership in the sky. And to be fair, this thing did look huge. By contrast to the mountaintop it was over, and these lights are so massive and bright. In past videos, we've seen craft like this let out the little orange orbs and the little red orbs. Could this be the source of those orbs we've been seeing all over South America? Or could the sources all look like this? I find this clip fascinating because they stay on this UFO for a while. They zoom in and everything. We're not seeing FAA lights, we're not seeing blinking or flashing, we're not seeing the changing in color, or any of the stuff that we see with traditional craft. These look like, I mean, those lights look immensely powerful. It's insane. Some people say that the lights on a craft get that bright when they're starting up or they're getting ready to enter warp drive. Again, these are things that we see on the internet, and we compare them to US government reports that help corroborate, but we don't actually know because, again, the US is only giving out certain pieces of evidence, and they're trickling it down so slowly that we can barely piece it together. But I do feel that these bigger crafts that let out the little orbs are the motherships, because we see the little orbs come out of them and come into them. And honestly, I find it fascinating, and I can't wait for us to learn more. And we're just scratching the surface. Every day, new sightings are being captured by people all over the world. And I get hundreds of emails from you guys all the time showcasing some of your amazing captures. And hopefully, I get to go through all of them soon, little by little. But it proves that this anomaly is not, or these anomalies aren't just happening in the United States or just happening in South America, which sometimes because of our videos it can seem that way because we get so many at once, but they're happening all over the world. And we honestly have no answers. And these things are in our sky. They can come down at any time. Like, we can't control the sky. What are we going to do? We need answers. Guys, let me know in the comments what you think about all of this, especially the alien videos. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you made it this far, smash like. I'll see you in the next video.